Okay, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here for the final video of the Wrestling Autograph 8x10 collection. I still have other things I need to go through, like cards or programs, posters, magazines, but no rush to do that. I just wanted to get the 8x10s done with so you see them all. This is the 15th and final booklet, another smaller one that maybe has like about 47 photos in or so we'll keep going. Left off with Zack Ryder in the last one. We started here with Zeb Coulter, who's also known as Dutch Mantel, and is dual signed by Jack Swagger, the guy he was managing at the time. So Jack Swagger over here, Zeb over there. Pretty cool dual signed photo of Swagger and Coulter. Next up is a current product diva. I don't know much about her because I don't follow it, but again, her name is Zelina Vega. So it's signed Zelina Vega down there. There she is posing. So this is Zelina Vega. Next is a PSA certed one. It's the Human Wrecking Machine, Zeus. So he wrote, Tiny Leister, Zeus, and it's PSA certed. So a nice picture there. This looks like it's probably from the movie No Holds Barred. He's going crazy. So Zeus, sign that, and there's the PSA cert on the back. All right, here's another one. I could maybe one day add DiBiase to it. We'll see. But it's just signed by Zeus. So he wrote Tiny Leister Zeus and DiBiase in the picture with him, but only signed by Zeus. All right, next one, two deceased guys here together. So we have Tiny Leister Zeus, nice blue signature there, and Mean Gene Oakland here in silver. So Mean Gene doing the podium interview with Zeus sometime in '89, and nice shot there, like really close shot, great signatures. Mean Gene here, looking anxiously, and then there's Zeus Intensity cutting a promo. So we have dual signed Zeus and Mean Gene Oakland. That came from Scott Ferenzi. All right, next one is the Zodiac. Yes. No, another Brutus Beefcake gimmick. He's called the Zodiac in the Dungeon of Doom in late '95 and early '96. So pretty cool in there of the Zodiac. Okay. And that concludes Zodiac's the last guy alphabetically. Now we just have some random things thrown in here, like index cards, small pictures. So we'll just show them off as we go along. All right, here we go. Starting off here, we have four little pictures I put into one sleeve here. So over here, we have Rhino signed over here, cutting a promo. Budweiser signed in the background. There's Al Snow. I don't know if he's at an airport or where he is. Signed Al Snow. We have Greg the Hammer Valentine cutting a promo in the ring. And here we have Christian Cage or Christian from Edge and Christian signed over here. So nice one there again. We have Rhino, Al Snow, Greg Valentine, and Christian. All right, more of those smaller photos. We have Nunzio from the FBI. He wrote Nunzio FBI. There he is, ready in the ring, ready to fight. We have Charles Robinson right over here behind Arn Anderson, the WCW referee. This is signed by Charles Robinson. Pretty cool. I don't even have an 8x10 of him, so nice to have some kind of signature of Charles Robinson. Here's Jonathan Coachman. He just wrote The Coach. Another one, I don't have an 8x10 of him, but we at least have the smaller photo here. This is Tony Chimmel. So the ring announcer, Tony Chimmel. The guy's like, the following contest is scheduled for one fall. John Cena. There he is, Tony Chimmel, over here in small print on the bottom in red. So again, we have Nunzio, Charles Robinson, the coach, Jonathan Coachman, and Tony Chimmel. All right, next page. This is a very cool multi-signed picture. This is probably from WWF like 91 or so, maybe 92. All right, so we have Brian Knobs up here on top. We have Jake the Snake Roberts over here. We have the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase here in green. We have the Undertaker over here. Very nice. We have Jerry Sags signed over here by Earthquake and Animal's shoulder pad. There in silver is Road Warrior Animal. Right by his tie in silver is Vincent Kennedy McMahon. And then the bottom, we have the Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart, and Virgil signed it over here. So in all, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 names on this picture. So very cool legend picture, again, signed by both Nasty Boys. Jake the Snake, Ted DiBiase, Road Warrior Animal, Vince McMahon, The Undertaker, Jimmy Hart, and Virgil. Very awesome piece here, signed by these 9 guys on a WWE photo file. All right, our next one. This came from our good pal ESS Eric Sims, and it's signed by 6 guys. So what's a 6 guy called? A hexa, or is it hepta? I'm trying to think of the word hepta signature. All right, or I think it is hexa maybe. Whatever though. All right, so first we have Ron Simmons over here. We have the Disco Inferno over here. The Patriot Dale Wilkes over here, who since passed away. Two Colt Scorpio down over here. Hacksaw Butchery down over here. He's pitched up here, but the signature's down there. Hacksaw Butchery. Marcus Alexander Bagwell assigned as Buff Bagwell. So we have Stars and Stripes, the Patriot and Bagwell. We have Two Colt Scorpio, Disco Inferno, and Doom, Ron Simmons and Butchery. Nice 6 signature item. Next up is a cool WWF Match Sheet. It looks like it's from 1991. For some reason, Head Shrinker Samu was added to it. I don't know why. All right, so we have Road Warrior Animal over here. We have Bret the Hitman Hart over here. There's those dots over there for the kids and stuff. He always does. There's Jake the Snake Roberts. We have the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels here in the middle. In red, it says Samu Head Shrinker WWF 93. So I don't know why he was added because he has nothing to do with it. The Immortal Hulk Hogan on top by the WWF sign. Marty Jannetty over here, and Tugboat down over here. It's Tugboat WWF. So in all, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 signatures. So again, we have the Rockers, Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty. We have Jake the Snake, Bret Hart, Tugboat, Animal, Samu, and Hulk Hogan. So very nice WWF 91 match sheet. For some reason, Samu decided to sign as well. All right. Next one is a Survivor Series 1987 program signed by a whole bunch of guys here. So let me just see if I can. We have King Kong Bundy here on top. We have Demolition. We have Demolition Smash here. Over here is Mean Gene. Bobby Heenan here in the blue. Bret the Hitman Hart over here. Tito Santana below him. I met Tito in person, had him add to it. So Tito and Brian Blair were because I met him in person. The rest was already bought. This is Jim the Anvil Neidhart. The Honky Tonk Man over here. Howard Finkel, the ring announcer, over here. Brutus Beefcake over here. This is B. Brian Blair, who again I said I added. I met him, so he signed it over here. B. Brian Blair. Haku over there. Ricky Steamboat, the Dragon over here, and Jimmy Hart over here. I forgot if I think I said Brett already, but there you go. So again, we got Bundy, Demolition, that's 3, Mean Gene 4, Heenan 5, Brett 6, Anvil 7, Honky 8, Tito 9, Jimmy 10, 11 is Finkel, 12 is Beefcake, 13 Blair, 14 Haku, 15 Steamboat. This is talking about like 15 guys. A very cool Survivor Series 87 program piece here. All right, and just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12. Yep, very nice. All right, next up, this is it says Starcade of Legends Summer Tour 2006. So we have Ivan Koloff here on top. Then we have James J. Dillon here, Tully Blanchard here with his religious things. The Birdman Coco Beware, and he draws a picture of Frankie. We have some guy named Mark Anthony. I have no idea who that is. And then we have Harley Race over here. So that's signed by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys on this thing. A cool thing from 2006. Again, signed by Ivan Koloff, Harley Race, Coco Beware, James J. Dillon, Tully Blanchard, and some guy named Mark Anthony. So that's a very awesome piece there. And there's the back of that program. All right, next is a WWE Hall of Fame sheet. I already bought it. It was signed by Tito Santana, Tony Atlas, Coco Beware, and Bushwhacker Luke. And I met Jim Ross, and he added on to it. So a WWE Hall of Fame sheet signed by 5 guys so far. Again, Tito, Jim Ross, Tony Atlas, Coco Beware, and Bushwhacker Luke. So not the greatest of names, but it's pretty cool. All right, next one, another match sheet here. This is a WWF 1998 match sheet signed by a bunch of names. So we have Kane, Ken Shamrock. You know Ken Shamrock, God bless. Earl Hebner, Tennessee Lee. So remember, Carter Parker's called Tennessee Lee. Badass Billy Gunn. Owen Hart. So that's a rare graph. Owen Hart. Jeff Jarrett, right below him. Uh, Tony Gurria, I'm guessing. Tony Gurria here. Yep. D'Lo Brown. This is D'Lo Brown, WWF 98. This is from 98. Draws he wrote as Puke. So that's rare. He wrote as Puke. This is signed by both members of Legion of Doom. So it says LOD Animal, and there's Hawk over there. Okay. So Hawk and Animal. Scott Too Hot Taylor. Road Dog DX, and Too Sexy Brian Christopher. So that's a pretty amazing WWF match sheet from '98, signed by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 guys or so. Very impressive, and it's even got some rare names too, like both members of Legion of Doom, and has Owen Hart on there. So Tennessee Lee, don't see too many of those. Draws as Puke, so definitely this thing is worth this match sheet from 1998. All right, this is another thing I got. This is from a guy who went to the WrestleMania Fan Fest in the year 2000 for WrestleMania 16. He's got like photos of everybody he met. They were like in here, and there's these cool autograph sheets. So we have Road Dog DX, Tori, and X Pac on this one. And like I said, there's photos inside of like all of them. I'm just trying to show you the autographs mainly here. Then on the back, so again, more photos here. He met D'Lo Brown and the Godfather. There's a picture of Godfather and D'Lo, and he got him to sign, I guess, a second one too. So again, D'Lo and Godfather. Here's another one. That one's not signed. This one is signed by the Mean Street Posse. So we have Pete Gas, Rodney, and Joey Abs. So clear signature there of the Mean Street Posse. I remember I bought these things. I think the whole thing, and like with the whole, he also has an unsigned souvenir book. The whole thing was like $100. So there's more pictures of the Mean Street Posse and the sheets. This one's signed by Bubba Ray Dudley. Here we have Devon Dudley. Let's go to the next page. All right, here's a good one. I don't even have an 8x10 of him, but nice, clean, big signature of Viscera. So there's Viscera, signed Viscera down there by his face. So very good one there. We have Steven Richards over here. There's Steven there meeting the people. This was this is WrestleMania. I was in the Anaheim Pond in California, WrestleMania 16. So we have Bob Backlund. There's Backlund signing the thing for the guy, Bob Backlund. More photos from the guy meeting the wrestlers. Here we have Brother Love over here, and there's Bruce Pritchard, Brother Love. All right, he's got Sergeant Slaughter. Nice big clean signature here on this page, and there's Slaughter in the picture. This one's just blank. All right, this one he's got Pat Patterson. He's got Gerald Briscoe. He's got Tony Gurria and Blackjack Lanza. So Blackjack Lanza is a pretty tough hard autograph to get. So he's got him, Gurria, Briscoe, and Bob Backlund. So nice 4 signatures on that one. They're the agents at the time. And there's all the pictures of the guy meeting these people. So there's Patterson, there's Gurria, there's Briscoe, there's Lanza. So there they all are. This is a cool. This was an indie wrestling show at my local high school, Riverdale Regional High School in Oradell, New Jersey. It says East Coast Professional Wrestling, and I got everybody at the show to sign it here. The only big name though was Superfly Jimmy Snuka. The only guy I didn't sign was his heel opponent, the Kodiak Bear. Pretty much almost everybody else here signed it. Let me look. This is Jimmy Snuka's signature right over here, and these are just all the random indie guys on the sheet as well. So like a whole bunch of them signed that. All right, this thing is not signed, but just one of those cool fan club things. These are like reprints. It's not the exact thing, but it's got like Warrior, Hawk, Brett, Tatanka Savage, the Bushwhackers, Bulldog, Crush, Undertaker. So it has like all these cool guys, and it's one of those cool WWF souvenir things that they had, just reprints though. All right, on the back here, this Brian Blair gave this to me. This is like a program to one of the shows he competed at. He's going to face Jim Neidhart in a 1995 indie show at the Nassau Marriott. So there it is, and B. Brian Blair signed it over here in the red. Looks like Gangrel's there as the Vampire Warrior. He faced Virgil. Joe Fury against Jim Powers. Hammers on here. Beefcake's on there. So pretty cool stuff. Here's one of those WWF. This time not a match, but like a program to an event. So this is Thursday, September 12th, 1991, in the Mid Hudson Civic Center in Poughkeepsie, New York. Signed by the Birdman, Coco Beware, the Big Boss Man. So that's a tough signature to get. The Mountie, Greg the Hammer Valentine, Paul Roma, Typhoon, Marty Jannetty, Jim the Anvil Neidhart, Superfly Jimmy Snuka, the Barbarian, and IRS. So that's signed by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 names are on this. And the big name, of course, will be the Big Boss Man on this one. All right, our next one is this came Brian Blair got this signed for me at that thing he has, the Cauliflower Alley Club. So I see Bob Cook, I see Ruth something, Donnie Miller, Ron Bass. Sorry, you see it? Some of these names I don't know though, so I can't read. So we got Ron Bass. Is that Hector Guerrero? No idea who that is. There's B. Brian Blair, the Killer B. Two Todd Best Wishes, Tony or Tom something. Don't know. Dottie Kern, Mr. Before Bumber, Frankie Ray. I don't really don't know who these guys are, but that's a cool thing though that B. Brian Blair sent me though. Signed by tons of names from the Cauliflower Alley Club thing he tends, and this is the year 2014. Okay, there's a picture thing that says O'Brien's Irish Pub and the whole thing with it. Here's another one of those WWF match sheets. Not signed by anybody, but just tells you who won matches. So it says Hogan and Duggan beat. This is from March of '88 in Los Angeles. Hogan Duggan beat DiBiase and Virgil. Steamboat and Rick Rude went to a draw. Campetera beat Hercules. The Bolsheviks beat the Young Stallions. Sensational Sherry beat Rock and Robin. Bad News Brown beat Scott Casey. Cowboy Lang beat Lord Littlebrook. Coco Beware beat Johnny V, and Brady Boone beat a guy named Jack Armstrong. Never heard of Jack Armstrong. Must be a jobber or something. And there's another one in the back. This one's from October 20th, 1990 in Los Angeles. It looks like Hogan and Tugboat beat Earthquake and Bravo. Boss Man beat the Barbarian, who subbed for Rick Rude. Sergeant Slaughter beat Nikolai Volkov. The Rockers beat Power and Glory by DQ. Rugg and Ronnie Garvin beat Iron Mike Sharp. Dustin Rhodes beat Black Bart. And the Genius got an upset over Jumping Jim Brunzell. Okay, moving along now. Now we're going to go on to some WWF index cards that are in this binder. So here, I'll show you the pictures. So we have Paul Bearer, 2000. Kurt Hennig, who was Mr. Perfect. Mae Young, and the Fabulous Moolah. So there's 4 index cards, and I just put their pictures in the backs in case I ever forgot who anybody was. All right, here we have one of Lita. It says Love Lita. Freddie Blassie, 1996. Jake the Snake Roberts, and who was that one? Captain Lou Albano. So I actually wrote the whole name, Captain Lou Albano. Yeah, I have one that say Captain Lou, not the whole name, so that one's got the whole name. And there you see the pictures in the back, like I said, so keep track of them. All right, here's an old signature of Ric Flair. Don't see many of those like that anymore. This is Bret the Hitman Hart. This one says both gimmicks. This is Saba Simba, WWF, Tony Atlas, Mr. USA, and Stone Cold Steve Austin. Let's see if we can see that one a little better. Yep, Stone Cold Steve Austin. So they are on the back. You have Austin, you have Bret, you have Saba Simba, and Ric Flair. All right, Ricky Steamboat, the Dragon, Jimmy Snuka, Taking Care of Business, 2000. Bobby Heenan, and it says Best in Sports, Harley Race Hall of Fame, 94. So I guess this is WCW Hall of Fame year. So there's those 4 names. So Heenan, Snuka, Race, and Steamboat. Okay. Here we have the legendary Sting, Love Trish Stratus, Bill Goldberg, and Bruno Sammartino. And they're in the back. You have Bruno, Trish, Sting, and I actually had Goldberg sign this other small bookmark thing, so it says Bill Goldberg. He signed that for me directly. All right, next up we have Brutus Beefcake, Killer Kowalski, the guy who trained Triple H, Chris Chavis, which was Tatanka, so he signed both, and Rena Mera. So that's Sable, Rena Mera. And then she even got like a little postmark thing for it, Rena Mera. And there they are on the back, Sable, Kowalski, Tatanka, Beefcake. Okay. Next up, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, and Nikolai Volkov, Ivan Putski, and the King, Jerry Lawler. So there's those four. There's the pictures I put in the back, like I said. So you have the King, Volkov, Putski, and Duggan. Next up, B. Brian Blair, the Killer B. Ted DiBiase with some biblical inscription. From the one and only, the Warlord. And best wishes, Jumping Jim Brunzell. So there you have Brunzell, DiBiase, Warlord, and Blair. All right, next up we have best wishes, Ivan Koloff, Cowboy Bob Orton, Diamond Dallas Page, and who's this? Oh, Booker T. Raise the Roof, Booker T. And on the back, of course, the pictures, Booker T, Orton, Page, and Ivan Koloff. All right, next up we have Missy Hyatt, Nick Bockwinkel, who since passed away, Mike Rotunda, IRS, WWF, and Tully Blanchard with his biblical thing. So then there's those four again. So Tully, Bockwinkel, IRS, and Misty Hyatt. All right, next up we have the Honky Tonk Man. We have Al Snow and Head, WWF 99. Thanks for remembering, Lanny Poffo, the Genius. And we have Jerry Briscoe. Okay, so Gerald Briscoe. So again, Al Snow, Honky Tonk Man, Gerald Briscoe, and the Genius. Here's one's got some pretty good rare ones. We have the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, Davy Boy Smith, the British Bulldogs. That's a very cool one. Look at that. Davy Boy Smith, the British Bulldog. Chris Jericho, Y2J WWF. And then we have Bill Alfonso. He wrote Fonzie. So we have Bulldog, Dusty, Jericho, and I said Bill Alfonso. On the back of that same ECW show, we have Jason. This is Jason 98. And it says, like some other name too. I don't know what that says. Supernova. Somebody else up there. So some cool ones there. All right, next up we have Mickey James, Seth Rollins, Kurt Angle, and Jim Ross. So they are Seth Rollins, Mickey James, Jim Ross, Kurt Angle. This one is signed by Jimmy Hart. This one says Eric Bischoff, WCW 93. This one says Fonzie. And this is me with Demolition, Axe, and Smash. So then in the back we have Bischoff and Hart. All right, next thing is a cool thing Bob Armstrong sent me. And there's ones of his kids. This is signed by Tommy Dreamer from the House of Hardcore show I attended in December of 2016. So I put Dreamer on the back. Some of those Armstrong photos are signed. This one is signed by Steve Armstrong. This one is signed by Bullet Bob Armstrong. And this one's also signed by Bullet Bob Armstrong. So two signed by Bullet Bob, one signed by Steve. Here's one of those extremely rare autographs. This is like from some fan on an old camera, and he got it to sign later, of Andre the Giant. I cannot afford to get an 8x10. It was way too expensive. I got lucky when I got this one. So Andre the Giant, Bruno Sammartino, Bob Backlund, and this is Linda Miles, who also played Shaniqua. So she wrote Linda Miles, Shaniqua. So again, Andre, Bruno, Backlund, and Linda Miles. There's the picture of Linda Miles on the back. And our last page, Aldo Montoya, the Man of War, Kelly, Paisley, and Bobby Blaze from WCW. So again, Aldo Montoya, Kelly, Paisley, and Bobby Blaze. And here they are on the back. There's Kelly, there's Aldo Montoya, the Man of War, there's Bobby Blaze, and there is Paisley, who may have even been, is that Charmel? I don't remember for sure. But that concludes the 15 videos, though. Hope you enjoyed, and I will try to come back with some more memorabilia stuff soon. Bye, everybody.